こんにちは、東千葉です。お幸せ様です。で、今日はアイコネクトとハートペンダントを作ってらっしゃるグレゴリーさんのところにお邪魔しています。そしてちょっとお話を聞きたいと思います。グレゴリーさん、would you like to say something about yourself? Like, say hi?
Hello. So, I have been working with sacred geometry and energy and meditation for over 45 years, 50 years. And it all began with a lot of energy that started coming through my body over 35 years ago, 40 years ago, when I went through something called Kundalini. And what happened was, when this energy started moving through my body, I started connecting to higher dimensional beings and being able to communicate with beings that exist outside of this realm. And what I found was they wanted to share with me an understanding of how to work with consciousness and to grow more love in my life. And so what I started doing was building geometries to help with bringing through energy into this dimension. And so the purpose of all of this is what we're going to talk about today.
Could you tell us a little bit about the power and the energy of the sacred geometry that you are creating? How does it help us in our environment or within us?
Yes, it's, you see, these geometries that are spinning behind us, something that is important to understand is that light has geometry. And even sound has geometry to it. And this has been shown to us by a man, Hans Jenny, who was able to put sound frequencies into a plate and have different geometries. So light has geometry, sound has geometry, and literally everything in the physical dimension follows geometric patterns. Even the human being, this is something that measures something called the phi ratio. And it's the way the human being is constructed. So if we take the first digit of the finger to the whole finger is in a phi ratio relationship. The finger to the hand is in a phi ratio relationship. The hand to the elbow, the entire body follows patterns and rhythms and cycles, and so does the entire universe. So when we build these geometries, like these that are spinning next to us, the ones that we've put into the pendants, it creates a resonance. And that's just like a C tone. When you play that and you have a C tuning fork, it will start to vibrate with the C tone.
Yes.
So when we follow the patterns found in universe and we put those in the pieces we wear, in the homes around us, then we start vibrating with the universe. It's like when you came here today, and coming from the city sometimes blocks a lot of these frequencies.
Right.
The computers, the cell phones, they block those frequencies. What goes on with all the toxins in the environment? It blocks those frequencies that naturally want to help us open our heart. So when you have those frequencies, it's like leaving the city and going into the country and sitting next to a stream and becoming very calm. Then you can hear that voice within you speaking to you.
Yes.
And so that's what these tools do, is they allow us to speak not only to the tiny voice inside of us, but the bigger voice that we are. Because, you see, I have an image to show you, and that is that everything is energy. And this is a very famous equation given to us by Albert Einstein that shows that energy is equal to mass times the speed of light. So what this is all meaning is that when you take the speed of light, which is incredibly high and fast, and you square it times itself, you have a tremendous amount of energy. Another way of saying it is that if you look at an atom, 99.99999% of it is space, is energy. Only 0.0001% is actually physical matter. So what that means is you and I are mostly space and energy. And so it's like an iceberg where only a small bit shows up here and the rest is hidden under the water. So only 10% is seen and the other 90% is invisible. And that's the way of our lives. 90% of us is invisible. So I turn it upside down to show that we think sometimes in science that the little bit of us here is creating the bigger part of ourselves. But in truth, you know, the bigger part of ourselves is creating this part. So that's what I mean when I say we can connect through the heart center and connect to the bigger part of ourselves. And that's what I started doing when I went through all this Kundalini. And I began to feel that higher connection. And there's consciousness there. There is spirit there. That's where God can speak to us more easily. You know, whether you're speaking to an enlightened master who exists like Buddha or Krishna or Jesus, all advanced masters can speak to us through our hearts. And they always speak in love. And they always speak in connection.
Yes.
Whenever you hear fear or separation, you know that's not the truth.
Right.
That's not helping us in our heart center.
Right.
So everything that we're doing with these tools is opening the heart so that we can more easily move that energy through from the bigger part of ourselves and be able to share it in this world. To share that love, to share that consciousness.
Beautiful.
So,
Thank you.
oh, you're so welcome. Sure.
Could you tell us a little bit about this heart pendant and I Connect, please?
I would be happy to. So, what I'm showing you now are the tools that we call the I Connect, the Heart Companion, and we even have them for children and for pets. And the way I am working with the energy is I have found ways to put the three-dimensional geometry into a two-dimensional analog. And I'm also able to put geometries on the inside, antenna systems. I have over 35 different antenna systems, and I work with a large chamber on my land to activate these. I work with fiber optic cable. I work with carbon fiber. I work with alchemical mixes of different minerals and rare earth elements. And all of these are activated in a way where people wearing them are then connected to their higher selves. And what that starts to do is it starts to create a resonance inside of you. Just like I talked about earlier, like a C tuning fork resonating with a C tone, we start resonating with the bigger part of ourselves. We start resonating with that energy through our heart, so that we are feeling more love. We aren't blocked by all the negativity in the world today. And so people start feeling happier. They start being able to intuit things more easily. They can be in the right place at the right time. They are able to create more powerfully. It's such a wonderful experience because we've watched people's relationships improve.
Wow.
I had this couple come into my shop who they were in their early 80s, and they both had bought a heart companion. And a week later, they came in and he said, or a couple weeks later, he said, what I really like about this heart companion is my wife doesn't yell at me as much anymore.
Oh.
And she overheard us and she said, I don't have to.
Oh.
So you see, they both shifted.
Mm-hmm.
They shifted in the way they behave, they shifted in the way they communicate.
Oh, wow.
And so you start watching, like my aunt, my dog, who you like downstairs.
Yes.
She is so loving.
Yes.
And the Heart Companion and the Pet Connect started helping her be a more loving animal. And pets take on things from their owners.
Sure.
And what the pendant does for the animal is it helps them ground it, move the energy through.
Oh, wow.
It does that for us too. It takes that negativity, moves it out of our body,
Yes.
into the earth.
Oh.
It does.
Oh, wow.
And so it keeps it from building up in your body, that frustration. Because when we connect inside to what is real, that's where the love is. That's where the consciousness is.
True.
That's where your ability to understand everything. And that's the purpose in being in a human body. No matter if you're in America, in Japan, in Europe, anywhere in the world, all human beings are the same in the way that they are looking for love. And some beings don't realize that, and they shut it out. And they try to gather things, and they try to get powerful, and they try to get money. I'm not saying money is bad. I'm just saying if that's what you're going for first, then you'll never be satisfied. You'll never be happy. You find love here first before you find love with another human being.
Yes.
Because we only reflect love back and forth to each other that we feel inside first.
Yes.
So I've had people that have been prison guards, and when they wear these pendants or carry an eye connect in their pocket, they find that the prisoners treat them better, are nicer to them, are calmer,
Wow.
because they are calmer and they don't realize that when they shift their energy, everything in the world shifts around them. I've had grandmothers who said, the nicest thing about the Heart Companion is that my grandkids used to run away from me when I came in. Now they crawl all over me.
Oh, wow.
They come to me. And the only difference is she's wearing her Heart Companion. So children and pets really are attracted to the energy.
They know the
And
energy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And adults do too,
Mhm.
but their minds stop them from really understanding what's going on. They may say, oh, that's beautiful.
Right.
I'm attracted to it. It's very pretty.
Mhm.
But really, it's more than pretty. It is so powerful.
Mhm.
And why don't we share with everyone muscle testing right now
Okay.
on what this is like? So if you would take that off,
Okay.
we will test you without it.
Okay.
Okay, so I am holding her pendant, and so put your arm out, and this is muscle testing. Be strong. Okay.
Okay.
Now think of something that makes you unhappy or sad.
Okay.
You have that thought?
Mhm.
Okay. Be strong with that thought. See, you can't when you have that negative thought. Now I will give her back her pendant. Okay, think of the same thing that made you unhappy.
Whoa.
Okay, see, give it to me. Think of the same thing. See, there's nothing there.
Oh.
So, now we're going
So obvious.
to take artificial sweetener. Put
Okay.
that in your hand. Okay, be strong.
Whoa.
Now put this on top. Okay,
This. What should I say?
okay.
Whoa.
So that's how much stronger you are.
Oh, wow.
Now we're going to,
You
I was pressing
Strong.
hard.
strong. Okay.
You can say that, how strong I was.
You are
Yeah.
strong.
Okay,
So
now
I-
put that next to your head like you're making a call,
Mhm.
and that's what happens. Now just put that with it.
Should I do the same?
Yeah. Okay, now.
Oh.
Okay. See, we take this away, put that next to your head, and then there's almost nothing there. So, you can put that back on. So, you
It's
see,
amazing.
yeah, with computers, with toxins, with our own internal voice, talking about all the things that don't work, the things that make us sad, the things that make us unhappy. This keeps us connected all the time, no matter what is going on. And so that's the importance of working with these tools to open the heart and allow more love to come through into our bodies.
Beautiful.
So,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you for your time.
And thank you.
ありがとうございました。
Arigato.